Well, the elections are coming up, and they're coming up fast. Don't really like that. But there's a lot of things that I think it's good to actually have a voice of actual thinking instead of all the stupid talking points out there regarding a lot of this stuff. So I wanted to bring up one that's been on my mind for a long time, and I'm not going to, berate you with political points of view. I actually give you something to chew on and think about. So when you're voting and thinking about who has a good point of view, you can have a better chance of maybe getting something a little better, make a better informed decision, shall we speak. Today's topic, healthcare. Now they say, hey, we need one payer out here. We got to have socialized medicine and all that. Well, I disagree. I don't think socialized medicine is a great option, particularly since I have my sister. She got to live out in Wales, right? Over in the British UK, the wonderful National Institute of Health. She got horrifically sick, and it was causing immense amounts of pain. However, one of the problems is because she wasn't dying, she was getting, moved to the back of the line. It took a lot of time to get in for tests, waits for 6 months, 7 months for things, all that. She eventually got so frustrated with dealing with all the pain and all that, she flew back to the US, headed off to the Mayo Clinic, and spent a bunch of money to get this figured out. And they did. They actually did. She spent a bunch of money and got it figured out. So that's one of the things you have to deal with on socialized medicine, okay? There's two ways to deal with appropriate control of a limited good. And medicine is a limited good. You can either price it or you can ration it. Now, both of those sides have two different moral sides, You're basically saying the life of the rich on the pricing model is more worth the life of the poor. On the rationing thing, it's the people who are most likely going to die are worth more for chronic care and treatment than those just suffering horrible and immense pain. Is either side more ethical than the others? I ain't even going to touch that. Nope, not right now. Now, on the flip side, let's look at the capitalist side, right? Everything's priced. We go in, we get stuff, and do things like that. Now, the only problem is, in America, healthcare is very regulated, very controlled, and stuff like that. So, a lot of things have trouble, okay? That's why pricing keeps moving up so much, because there's no real competition in a lot of areas. And people can have holes in their coverage. Like I read an article where this lady, teacher, collapses in the middle of class, just boom, down, she's out. They're like, oh my gosh, they get people running and stuff like that and realize she's having a heart attack. Oh, she's in real trouble, right? Get her in an ambulance. Happens, hospitals, block away, real close, right? Go in there. It's like that. She's in a coma for like 3 or 4 days as they work on her and all that. She had a lot of complications. Turns out that particular hospital wasn't in her plan. Now stuck with, like $1 million bill or something like that. Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Oh, let's just wake the person up and say, hey, do you want to have your life saved? Or do you want to be burdened with unimaginable debt for the rest of your life? Yeah, not really a wonderful set of options there, right? The other thing is, you go in, they say, oh, you need this prescription. So you go get a prescription filled on it. And you hear about this company's, hey, we got a real good thing going here on these prescriptions. It's used a lot. Let's just, increase the price by 3,000%. Yeah, there's no alternative that you can get into the U.S., so we're just going to do that. Great method, right? So am I arguing for capitalism or for socialism on medicine? Well, actually neither. What I honestly think we need is what's called a mix of this thing, all right? Areas where free market can do price controls, areas where we can make the free market bring prices down, we should definitely keep and use. LASIK is a great example. Now, we need to bring that in to further and further in the medicine area. Like, you should be able to go to the doctor. They say, hey, you got a sinus infection, right? It's a common thing. I used to get them all the time until I got, allergy shots and immunotherapy, but that's a different story. Sinus infection, common thing, people get that, or tonsillitis like that, and they say, hey, you got this. And instead of saying, here's your prescription for, amoxicillin or something like that, one of the ways you could bring pricing is say, hey, you need an antibiotic of this class. You go to the pharmacist, whatever, and, they say, oh, here, you can pick from this selection of these class of antibiotics to treat your illness, right? So you have a set of competition in there, sort of bringing prices down, right? So they can say, hey, we can do better here, we can do better this, it's like that. Something you could do. The other thing I'd really love to see is how many of you guys have gone to a doctor? The doctor's a freaking idiot. I mean, totally useless to help. So you have to go to another doctor. But that doctor you saw, they still got paid for their service, right? Now let's say you went to an auto shop. You know, you were having problems with the car, something's making this squeal real bad or whatever. And, you know, this one guy says, hey, yeah, I'll get it fixed up. He charge you like $400. And it's still making the darn noises and all that stuff, and they didn't really do anything. They just stole your money. Now, if you pay it on a credit card, it's real easy to do this. You can go to another auto shop, call your credit card company and say, I dispute that charge. They didn't fix it. I had to go to this other place and get it done. And yeah, you can just cut it off. You can stop that payment, and that other shop that ripped you off, they ain't getting your money. So either got to get better or they're going out of business. Same thing should be to doctors. You should be able to say, that guy was a freaking quack, man. He didn't do squat. And say, don't pay him. But they still get paid no matter what. So you get these people they've pushed in, all sorts of people from wherever, you know, that graduated the bottom of their class. And I run into that a lot. I don't know if you guys have too. Now, where should we have socialized medicine? Well, in my mind, okay, what we need is what's a buffer zone, catastrophic problems, okay? So everyone pays in some amount of money. I mean, someone's gonna have to run the numbers, figure it out. It's like that. So if you suddenly find out you need a heart transplant, you've got a major problem, or a kidney transplant, something like that, it's bad, okay? Are you concerned with, getting the best deal for your dollar to, you know, get your transplant done? Or are you looking for the best so you're gonna live? Yeah, you're looking for the best so you can live. There's no real point in trying to say, we need pricing mechanisms in here to bring the price down. There is no pricing mechanism in here, okay? It's gone, it doesn't exist, it's just useless to even discuss it. You're not gonna do anything to help on that side at all. So what we should do is have a generalized pool. So like there's some number, like $50,000, $75,000, $100,000, something like that, where say private insurance doesn't do this, and for these conditions, the government kicks in. It's catastrophic disaster, you're in a major problem, government solves it. And so that's where you need public goods, public works sort of things. You know, like how we do roads and lots of other stuff like that. It makes sense for there. Yes, the government's inefficient. Yes, the government wastes. Yes, the government screws up. But in some areas, it's probably the best option you got. And I think that is the best option in those areas. So what I'm arguing for, we need a mix. The people saying we need pure socialized medicine, nuts. People saying you need pure capitalism, absolutely nuts. Nope. Like most things in life, you need a mix of things. And this is everything in moderation. I said we use single payer and socialized medicine where it makes a lot of sense. We use capitalism where you can definitely put in pricing mechanisms and all that to keep costs under control, okay? Now, one of the other things I definitely think we gotta fix, the insurance companies that are profit motivated, you can guess why, right? They make money by not paying out, right? The more times they deny claims, the more they don't pay out, the more money they make, the more bonuses those top execs get and all that. We gotta fix that. That's gotta go. We need to like split this out. You got one group managing the paperwork and all the other stuff, and they're a profit motivated company, and another group managing the escrow of the finances. You need to pull these apart. That profit motivated in there, it's what you call a corrosive element, you know, moral hazard. Not good at all. That's something else we definitely got to fix. So I say on insurance companies, cut them up. Split things into, you know, escrow and finance control, so you can control fraud, payments, handles the money and all that, and they have a service fee. I mean, there's tons of things that manage escrow. I mean, mortgage escrows for taxes and insurance and all that stuff. Do something like that on insurance. You have another group managing all the paperwork, getting all stuff billed right and all that stuff. Something like that. So you can cut out this moral hazard that they got there, okay? We got to fix that mess, because that is a big, big problem on there. Well, anyways, there's my thinking political video for the day. I'm trying not to talk a ton about politics, because honestly, I detest politics. And for those of you who say, vote for Reed, are you nuts? Are you absolutely nuts? You don't want me. You elect me, I'd be in there in Congress. I would be like, citizens arrest! Go grab someone and frog march them out and toss them on the car. And I'm like, this is a traitor to the Republic. Yeah, I'd be horrible. Horrible. If you want to start debate, it'd be all, Senator Reed or Congressman Reed, what do you think? That low-down son of a... Yeah, that's exactly how it would go. So, you saying vote for me? Bad idea. Real bad. And honestly, I'd be like, hell, you guys hate me that much? You want to put me in office? Are you nuts? Oh my word. Ay. Anyways, let me get out of here for the day. Have a great day, everyone. This is Reed, out for now. Yeah, I dispute this charge because I had to go somewhere else to get it really repaired. Whoops.